All right, good Monday afternoon, everybody. Hope you're staying warm in this big plunge of Arctic air that has been settling in across northern Illinois for today. Here's the view outside from that Rockford Public Library camera. It is a winter wonderland out there with a lot of snow and ice on the ground. At least we're getting some sunshine, though. Temperatures, oh boy, it is quite cold outside. Just barely getting above 0 Fahrenheit now. Close to 2 in Rockford this as we get into the afternoon. And northwest winds still coming in around 8 to 12 miles per hour. Wind chills are pretty rough out there. They were down to around minus 20, minus 25 earlier this morning. Now in the minus 10 to minus 15 range across much of the region. It is going to be staying pretty frigid for the rest of the day today. But at least we're dry. Had a really big winter storm that passed south of us this weekend and is still producing some snowfall up towards New England now. But we're mostly under the influence of this big high pressure that is coming behind it towards the south. That's going to keep the weather dry and really cold for the rest of the day today. Here's a look at those wind chills as we go through the afternoon. The highest we'll see the wind chill get is around minus 5 to minus 10 later this afternoon. So probably want to stay inside as long as you can. If you do need to be outside, just make sure you got all your coverings, your hats, your gloves, even a facial covering would do you some good in wind chills like this, because it's still very much into frostbite territory. Still around minus 5 to minus 10 later tonight as clouds increase, and still in the ballpark of really anywhere from minus 8 to minus 15 by the time we get to early tomorrow morning. Now, tomorrow afternoon, still not great, but we should see some improvements with the wind chills by the time we get to the middle part of the week as high temperatures trend up just ever so slightly. Not much relief from the January cold for the next few days, but at least it gets a tad bit better. High of around 7 today, 11 tomorrow. Then we're in the middle teens for high temperatures Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's also going to be a relatively quiet week with no big snow chances in the forecast. Snow for the next 5 days is nothing. We got a very dry week ahead with just a lot of cold air continuing. For tonight, that low down to around 4 in Rockford with west-southwest winds at 15 to 20. That's why those wind chills are going to be so bitter for the rest of the night tonight. Lows in the single digits across the map. This is the actual temperature, not the feels like temperature, which is, again, still going to be on the colder side. Up to the low teens for tomorrow, high of around 11 with partly cloudy skies ahead for tomorrow. And for the rest of the week ahead, we mostly stay dry. I think the worst the wind chills will likely be is today, but we've got a steady stream of cold air that's going to continue to keep temperatures down for the second half of the week. Highs in the teens, lows briefly dropping below 0 again Wednesday night as well as Thursday night. By the time you get to the weekend, the cold at least pumps the brakes a little bit with highs in the 20s. But hey, you take what you can get this time of year, and one positive is that we don't have to worry about any big snowstorms happening anytime soon. It's going to be dry with most of the days ahead featuring just a mix of clouds and sunshine.